Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian, and once again we're covering the Carry On films, and this is the 18th film that I've covered, and so 18 weeks we've been doing this, and this is Carry On Again, Doctor from 1969. Say it follows Carry On Camping, though not on these discs, but according to Wikipedia, it does, and also, after this, we're going to get Carry On Up the Jungle. And after the success of Carry On Doctor, it was inevitable we'd get one pretty quick. And this is what happened. It's written by Talbot Rothwell, as usual again. But we know that this also had been put forward as a script for the Doctor series of films, but that didn't happen, and so therefore he used the ideas, I think, from that script into this, and I think maybe that just seems important because the script doesn't feel quite as coherent in many ways. There's something in places where he's not like, it's still very funny and it's still, you can still enjoy it, but you don't think it's quite as strong, I don't think, as Carry On Doctor. And there's other reasons as well, I think. I think the casting of Frankie Howerd really lifted that film. And we haven't got anybody like that here as a special guest. Now we've got the main cast again, which is great, but he really did something special to that film. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't shoot me. Yes, now, the music is by, as usual, Eric Rogers, who makes a few musical jokes here and there, which is interesting. It was Pinewood Studios again that most of the filming was done, but we did have some location. We had the Town Hall at Maidenhead. Then we had Heatherdean Hall, which is also part of Pinewood Studios. Then we've got the consulting rooms, which were filmed in Windsor. Some of these look familiar, and they weren't. They were easy to use. So let's look at the cast. We've got Sid James as Gladstone Screwer. There he is, as usual. Notice the names again. And we've got Jim Dale. Now, Jim Dale is making his last appearance in the Carry On films until, yes, he appeared in Carry On Columbus 23 years later, which people don't want to talk about, that last Carry On film that is not in this box set. And no, oh yes. Anyhow, this is his last film, and he's playing a similar character really as in Carry On Doctor, yeah. Then we've got Kenneth Williams playing Dr. Carver. A lot of people think that the way he's playing this is very much like James Robertson Justice as Lancelot Spratt in the Doctor series. Interesting, but that again with the script comparisons. We've got Charles Hawtrey playing Doctor Stoppage. Stoppage. That's it, Stoppage. We go and play Dr. Stoppage. And he dresses up, pretends to be Lady Puddleton. Yes, it's Charles Hawtrey. I always say it, but it's, mad. Totally mad. And then we've got a wonderful Joan Sims, again, giving all as usual. She plays Mrs. Moore, the posh kind of rich lady, and with all the money which they're after, as usual. Yes, and then we've got Barbara Windsor as Goldilocks. She's playing the same role now all the time. And to be honest, each film she seems to be losing more clothes and showing her body. And there we are again in the same situation. Very famous sort of scenes. It's all based on her same sort of character. So it's Barbara Windsor then. Then we've got Hattie Jacques, the wonderful Hattie Jacques, plays the matron. Who else would play the matron? It's got to be Hattie Jacques. Wonderful, I love her. Peter Butterworth, again, it's a more small role. There are some smaller roles. He plays a shuffling patient. We got Peter Gilmore again. He's always popping up. He's playing Henry. We've got even an appearance by William Bramble, playing like a dirty old man character, and it's only very, very quick scenes. I don't know why they put him in there, but they did, because he's well known for Steptoe and Son. Yes, then we've got Patty Rowlands. She plays Miss Fosdick. She goes on to play quite a lot of Carry On films. This is in fact her debut. She was in Carry On Loving, Carry On Henry, that's 1979-71. Carry On at Your Convenience, 1971. Carry On Matron, oh yes, 1972. Carry On Abroad, 1972. Carry On Girls, 1975. Carry On Dick, sorry, 1974. Carry On Beyond, 1975. And that was her last one. So she's in quite a lot coming up. Yes, some really good ones there. Yep. And then we've got Elizabeth Knight playing Nurse Willing. Oh, another name again. Yes, you've guessed it, another name. And of course, she was in Carry On Camping, which we've just had. Yes, she was in that. No more Carry On films, just the 2 appearances. But now I'm most interested. She was in the British gangster film starring Richard Burton, Villain, from 1971, which is a well thought of film, one that I've actually reviewed on this channel. It's a great film. It was Richard Burton's fantastic in it. Yeah, so that's the cast. So, what is this story about? Well, after causing a lot of chaos, Dr. Nuki finally gets, moved on from the hospital, sacked in a way, you could say it. And he's sent by, Mrs. Moore, the rich woman, Joan Sims playing that character, to a medical mission. And he goes there, it's out of the country, and while he's there, he discovers this slimming serum, right, which happens to be the creation of Gladstone Screwer. Yes, Sid James character. Oh boy, yes. Here he is again, yes. And what a name again. Well, he sees opportunities with this. So he comes back to the country, and here he decides to set up his own practice, his own sort of clinic, surgery, and he gets some of the other people to come over, like the matron, for instance. And yes, he's going to make a lot of money out of this. A lot of money. And of course, the other clinic, which Kenneth Williams runs, Dr. Carver, wants to find out what is going on here. What is this? What is it, this slimming serum? What is it? What's it made of? What's the ingredients? And then that story develops. And of course, then we get Sidney James's character, Gladstone Screwer, coming over and thinking, well, I want a piece of this action. I want some money. And that's how the story develops. And, with loads of situations and innuendos. And we've got Barbara Windsor. her character Goldilocks, um, coming into contact again with Dr. Nookie all the time, who really fancies her. And we get all these situations develop. And it's all going on, as it does, in a Carry-On film. And all the innuendos. And that's it. We get the inevitable endings. We get some scenes. And yeah, it's enjoyable. But I still maintain that it doesn't quite feel as strong to me. It's just to me as the first Carry On Doctor, as it had Frankie Howard in it, and it did something to it. It just felt more, to me, a stronger script. But this is still very good, and it's well liked. But I still think that one is better than this. But it's a Carry On film, and it's enjoyable, and everybody likes this kind of thing. The public was still in love with Carry On films, and that's good. For them, in terms of the production of Carry On films, they were still making box office money out of it. Everything seemed to be okay. They were coping with people leaving, like I say, Jim Dale leaves, but they can adjust to that. I'm waiting for Kenneth Connor to come back. I don't know which film he does, but I'm sure he does come back. I know he's left a long time ago, didn't he? But yeah, I know he will come back. I don't know when though, but yes. Anyhow, that is my review of this film, which is Carry On Again, Doctor. And as usual, we always have to do this. Here's the famous box set. Yes, it's got all these Carry On films on here. 31, but not the Carry On Columbus. And it's a great set. Absolutely wonderful. Incidentally, there's some extras on it. And there's another Carry On Laughing episode, which is One in the Eye for Harold, which is like a spoof of William the Conqueror, Battle of Hastings, and all that kind of thing. Yes, so there we are. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back for the next one, which is Carry On Up the Jungle. Yes. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I do a lot of film reviews and TV shows and just generally this and that. There is a lot of nostalgia as well. You might guess that in this channel, films and things that I do. And so we'll let you know when I produce them. And if you subscribe, that's great. Cost no. And if you like this, please give it a like because, well, it helps with algorithms. Hopefully more people might enjoy my videos. I don't know. Perhaps I won't. And that costs note as well. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I really do love to read your comments. Yes, and that costs note as well. So, well, that's it. All I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.